All right, it is Property of the Week time. Something a little bit different for you now. And on the line with us, we've got Katie Walker from the Property Brokers team in Taumarunui. Katie, lovely to have you on the program. How are you?
Yeah, good. I'm good, thank you. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
No worries at all. So in terms of a little bit different, what we're going to do is basically have a look at your career in the rural real estate industry. And I guess the first thing is, how did you actually get into the business?
I guess my background was I spent about 10 years in rural supply stores. I did a fair bit of time with farmlands and really enjoyed that. But after having kids, being at home for a couple of years, I didn't really want to go back to the fixed term 8 to 5 sort of job. I enjoyed having my own structure and being able to sort of be my own boss a wee bit. When my second child was 3 weeks old, there was an ad in the paper, and I just thought, well, I'll pick up the phone and see where that might head for me. I've got nothing to lose. And 6 years later, I'm here, and was the best phone call ever made.
Has it all been property brokers?
Yes, yeah, definitely for me. I started doing my papers. That was back in 2014. And now that I've come through the property broker system, the training's been second to none, the support's second to none, and I don't see Katie Walker doing real estate aligned with anyone else.
So what about ongoing training, self-improvement, things like that? Have you got opportunities to be upwardly mobile, I guess is the term people use these days, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if property brokers are great. They enjoy people that want to learn. They give you all the tools that you can have, that you can imagine, to be able to learn. And along that as well, I'm part of a rural team with great colleagues that are fantastic at what they do, and that just you surround yourself with successful people, chances are you will be as well.
And what about working with rural communities in that space? How do you find that in terms of building relationships and that sort of thing with your clients and people that you deal with, on a weekly, monthly basis?
I guess the biggest advantage for me is I grew up in this town, so I'm born and bred here. And so my parents, my dad family were as well. So I do know a lot of people, and I know my way around from previous roles as well. So that's certainly, I'm really attached to my community. I'm really proud of it. And I think we're one of the best farming districts in the country. And the support that I like to give to my community, or to serve and do my job, is backed up. Property brokers like to do the same in all the communities that we operate in.
What I'm interested in, and I speak with, you guys on a weekly basis in terms of Property of the Week, what goes into selling a farm? How much work goes into that? I mean, it can't be a simple process, I wouldn't have thought.
Well, as much as we like doing Property of the Week, Dominic, it's a little bit more than that. But I guess, I'm starting to work on farms that are going to come to the market in the spring. Right now there's a lot of planning work. There's a lot of getting to know the property. There's a lot of getting things ready so that when we hit the market, in the traditional selling season of springtime, say, the work starts now for a property launch in October. It is quite a few months worth of work. We're talking about a lot of money. We're talking about not only the vendors at the time, but probably 3 or 4 generations before them, possibly. It's all of their history as well. So it's a big deal. So it does take us a lot of time to make sure that we do the job right and we get the best results.
What about the lifestyle block side of things these days? That seems to be, in all the reports that we seem to get in from the likes of REINZ and places like that, how big is that at the moment? Does that play a big factor in what you do?
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. It's always been a big part of my business, especially, in the early days for me, cutting my teeth in real estate, doing those lifestyle blocks from a sales perspective is you're going through a very similar process to what you would be doing on a big farm, but you're doing them more regularly with a lifestyle block. You have the opportunity to sell 10 or a dozen a year, whereas when I started doing a farm with sort of a 2 or 3 times a year opportunity. So that business for me is starting to swap over now, but certainly those lifestyle blocks are great, and I certainly wouldn't want to not keep doing those. They're a big part of Property Brokers' rural business, and from an agent's point of view, they keep you fresh, they keep you doing contracts, and and they keep you out there, keep your profile out there, and keep you doing the business.
And I note that you must be pretty good at it because you've had a few awards, recognitions, etc. over the years. Yeah,
I guess I was sort of thinking that we, what have we achieved here? But I think a highlight for me has been, there's probably a couple of big things, highlights for me really since we got going, is the Ryan's Rookie of the Year rural agent, rural salesperson. So that was a national title. It wasn't just within Property Brokers, and I was really chuffed to be considered with everyone else for that. So I'm pretty proud of that one. But probably another highlight, which isn't really an award or anything like that, but just the fact that I earn my stripes in this company just the same way as everyone else does. There's no special treatment for Katie Walker, but I have, on the flip side of that, been taken in and looked after and treated just like everyone else. So I really appreciate that.
Now, Property Brokers, Katie, has a rural development program, and I note that you're going to be at, or a team from Property Brokers is going to be at National Agricultural Field Days at Mystery Creek. Have you got any details about that? Should people be interested in finding out a bit more?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I guess what I want to make sure we say here is that this is the best job I've ever had, and it'd be great to have a few more women in this role as well. I mean, it's a pretty lonely place for me at the moment, so it'd be great if we had a few more friends. But if you haven't all considered a role like this, or even if you're just a rural professional at the moment, or someone who knows farming and you want a new challenge, come along, register on the Property Brokers website. So it's www.propertybrokers.co.nz/rural career, and that will take you to that webpage, and you can register there. And you could win your field days ticket for Friday, and then come and see us and come and have a chat with us. If you want to know a little bit more, meet us and come pick our brains.
Yeah, for sure. Interesting though that you did mention there. It seems then like it's a bit of a male-dominated industry. So how do you find that?
Look, it's a comfortable place for me to be, I guess. And like I just said before, no one's treated me any differently. I earn my stripes just the same way as anyone else does. And I guess, this job it's a performance-based payroll job. You get paid on how well you do. So it doesn't matter what gender, what size, how short, tall, long, or small you are. Your earning ability is the same as the next person who wants to work hard. So, but yeah, a few more female colleagues would be appreciated from my point of view, and just mix it up and offer a wide team to New Zealand's rural communities.
Good stuff, Katie. So, of course, the details there, guys, if you are interested in that, Friday the 18th of June at National Field Days at Mystery Creek. As Katie said, just go to propertybrokers.co.nz/rural career, and you could be getting a ticket into Field Days and also have a chance to go to the Rural Careers session that they're going to be holding at National Agricultural Field Days. Looking forward to that. Might have to pop along. The Rex team will be there, so we'll go and check that out. But Katie Walker, it's been a pleasure talking to you on the show today. Thanks very much, and we'll see you at Field Days.
Yeah, thanks for having me. See you there.